Hello, hello. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Audio Addiction. If you're new here, my name is Brandon. Welcome. And of course, I'm joined by my two lovely co hosts, Alex and Therese. How's it going?
Hey.
It's going good. What up?
There we go. Very cool. Sorry we were like a minute ish late. I've been trying to figure out this whole issue with Twitch chat, like the overlay. So I'm pretty sure I have fixed it. So everybody's names will show up. Fingers crossed. If not, let me know. But yeah, we're finally getting into part 2 of Younha. So very excited about that. If you missed part 1, you can go check that out on YouTube. Huge shout outs to Gunky for recommending this group. This is or soloist. This is the first one we've done so far. So if you come hang out, you can also be a part of that thing as well. So very excited. But yeah, we're getting into part 2. And I don't know. I don't know if we have any like housekeeping things that we typically talk about at the beginning. So
I don't think I have anything
okay,
right now.
this is the
I
first.
I don't think Brandon meant first soloist. I think he meant first like submission
First
deep dive
submission.
because we've
Yep.
done Younha, we've done Younha, we've done other soloists.
We have, yeah. First
Yeah.
recommended soloist. Yeah. Very cool. I did get the updates, Gunky. I did change them out very last minute. So like I said, I was scrambling to get it all together here tonight. So yeah, it looks like chat's working better. So I'm gonna have to mess around with it a little bit more, but I figured I didn't have time to completely finish it. But thanks for hanging out. We are gonna get into the first one, which is ironically enough on a rainy day because it's rainy here in PA. And I'm sure Therese is getting. I was gonna say
There's some rain.
Therese is getting some rain. So,
Ominously rainy.
ominously rainy out. So hey, here it is. And then Gunky, also shout outs to Gunky. They sent me just a little surmise on everything. So on a rainy day is the title track of Stable Mindset EP, which came out in July of 2019. This EP is part 1 of a 2-part seasonal series. This song captures the feeling of longing, heartbreak, and yearning for a past lover. The lyrics reflect on the memories of a difficult breakup and express the protagonist's ongoing feelings for their ex. So, very interesting. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Luke, thanks for giving us this up. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right. Let's go.
문득 생각이 나요. 우리 헤어지던 날 마음 아팠던 그날을 그대는 여전히 잘 지내나요? 이런 날이면 보고 싶어요. 아직 난 그댈 좋아한다고 비가 내리는 날에는 나를 생각해줘요. 함께 걸었던 거리를 기억해줘요. 비가 내리는 날이면 조금 아파해줘요. 추억이 담긴 내 눈물이 그대 어깨 적시도록. 그땐 왜 그리도 모질었나요? 헤어지기 싫다고 내게 소리쳐봐도 표정 하나 안 변하고 나를 밀어내던 그대가 참 보고 싶어요.
All right. That was Yuna's On a Rainy Day if you're hanging out with us tonight. We love it. The text is crazy on here, I will say.
Oh my gosh.
I'll have to adjust it again. Something I'll fix in post, but anyway, besides the point. I guess I'll start. I thought the song was good. Like I said in the previous section we did in part 1, I feel like her vocals, at least for me, are just in that sort of like rock category, and I think she does a really great job of this. I will say, I think for this song, I would argue that she did the most convincing in terms of like, at least for me, like this is the type of song that I'm like, okay, she's really belting, she's hitting those like strong like power notes, and like I think she's doing a really good job of, if I didn't know her from her like previous catalog of music, I would be like, oh man, she's got like a ballady type voice. Like this is great. I'm curious to see what she does in the future. And then I think even more so, I would be like, oh, okay, well now she does the rock. Like I imagine maybe further along she'll get more obviously into some rock music potentially, but to me, I felt like listening to this song, I was like, yeah, she's really putting a lot of extra emotion into it. I think especially in that like bridge section was really beautiful, and like again those like power, those really big notes that she was hitting. I think she put a little bit of like rasp and like a little bit of like inflection on her vocals that I appreciate more than I feel like some of the other ballads we listened to in part 1. So I enjoyed this one a lot. I thought this was very good. So
I will agree with that. I definitely enjoyed it. I still not a huge ballad listener, but I feel like previously in part 1, it sounded a lot like Younha doing ballad songs rather than Younha the ballad artist. And I think this is the song that I now think, oh, this is Younha the ballad artist. And I don't know if that's pertaining to like how she delivered it. It definitely felt more emotional than we've heard in the past, but it also there was a lot of care taken into the composition of it and how that the dynamics of her voice carried the song through. So, gave me some tingles, not going to lie.
For me, I've been balloted once again. Um, it, it's pretty good as far as ballads go, but it's just not what I listen to. Obviously, I'm gonna say that every time we listen to a ballad. It caught me. It got me a little bit towards the end when like there was some cool. There was a cool little like bass riff, and then there was some cool like rhythmic changes with the piano and the percussion and stuff. Obviously, her voice really shines through in this ballad. I think particularly, maybe more than some of the others. Um, End of the day, like, will I listen to it again? No. But I didn't hate the listening experience. So
that's fair.
that's where I'm at. I didn't hate it. That's good.
That's good. Yeah, that's a high. I feel like that's a pretty high bar for you. But I feel like I'm pretty correct on saying that for the most part. Interesting. And then it looks like this one was also written by Doko, who has produced for many artists such as Stray Kids, Twice, CIX, Zion, Beijing Young, etc. So very cool. Luna Bubbles, hello. Thanks for hanging out. Uni says, I like some ballads, but didn't connect with this one. Beautiful voice, though. So, very nice. All right. Well, I think we'll keep this train moving. We got the next one on our list, which is Dark Cloud. Get my
I think I've heard
here.
this one before.
All right. So Gunky says that the next 3 songs, these songs are a part of the Unstable Mindset, which came out in January of 2020. This EP is the part 2 of the seasonal series, and Gunki considers this album the start of peak Younha. So we're gonna find out. So, Dark Cloud is the next one we'll be listening to, which is about about the emotions experienced after a breakup, highlighting the longing and pain. Basically, kind of a continuation of On a Rainy Day, and it is Gunki's personal favorite of the ballads. So, we're gonna see what's up. Let's go.
나는 잘 지내 끼니도 거르지 않았어 그저 시간이 멈춰 있어 굳이 잊으려 하지도 않아 그래 네가 맞았어 죽을 것 같이 아팠지만 나름대로 잘 지내게 돼 어쩌남이 난 조금 괴롭히는 것만 빼면 말야 참 보고 싶어 길을 걸을 때 나를 감싸주던 따스했던 네 맘이 설레어 하던 사랑했던 우리가 그리워 난 그때가 그리워 참 보고 싶어 먹구름이 날 찾아와 어둡게 하고 괜찮단 마음을 괜시리 아프게 할 때면 너를 잊어야 할까 길을 걸을 때 나를 감싸주던 따스했던 네 맘이 그리워 발을 맞추며 설레어 하던 사랑했던 우리가 그리워 난 그때가 그리워 참 보고 싶어 시들어버린 꽃 찢겨져 버린 맘 부서져 버린 날 두고 떠나간다면 홀로 남겨진 나는 오늘도 애써 괜찮은 척 펑펑 울어야 해 길을 걸을 때 나를 감싸주던 따스했던 네 맘이 발을 맞추며 설레어 하던 사랑했던
That was beautiful.
그때가 그리워 참 보고 싶어
Not gonna lie, I'm liking these rain sounds. I know we've commented on music video sound effects, but
Yeah,
this is nice.
It's making me sleepy.
a
This is
little
shit.
bit, a
this
little
is
bit.
This
2
this is
music
shit
videos.
I listen to before bed.
It's
Literally.
back-to-back videos in a row with rain sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
No,
taking
I want to
that
go
nap.
first because I do literally have this song on one of my sleeping playlists where,
Oh,
like, occasionally I listen to ASMR to go to bed, but
sure.
every now and then I like listening to music because it keeps me a little more engaged while my brain is still running.
Yeah.
And this is one of the songs on that playlist. I really, really like this song, and especially knowing now, like, where Younha started. I think it's kind of the perfect marriage of a rock singer writing a ballad. She wrote this. Is that right? Dark
I
Cloud.
I would think so, right?
Um, I mean, we know she has production credits. It says written by Doko on Spotify, but
Oh. Hmm.
you know, she performed it, so I'm gonna say she wrote it. She wrote it with her voice.
She did.
um, yeah, I really, really like this song. I love her vocal pop off.
Oh
And I
yeah.
also love the like slide guitar that mirrored that vocal pop off right afterwards. I think it was the perfect like it kind of it was such a high energy moment that like it's hard to bring you down from that, but the mirroring of that performance was really, really nice. Um yeah, I remember checking out this album because RM featured on one of the songs, and I mean it's a beautiful song. It's really it's more reflective, I feel like, than previous ones.
Mm. I guess I'll go next. I feel like this one was also very good. Um, I I probably enjoyed her vocals a little bit more on this song just because I think she put. And I don't want to keep like beating a dead horse, but like I think the way that she inflects vocally in this song was, I feel like, more emotive than the previous one, and I think she just kind of continues to like get into this like musical mindset of like, okay, well, like I want to be able to try to put my all or my everything into it. And I'm not saying that artists don't do that, but I think there's something really special about, I think, how she approaches the ballads in the sense of like, I want to make you feel some emotion. And I think it's just like the way that maybe the song's structured out. And obviously I got to give shout outs to Doko again, because I feel like the writing was also really incredible on this song. I think actually in terms of musicality, it reminds me a little bit of like a softer country song, if that makes sense. Like I kind of got like maybe more so obviously when you add in the like slide guitar too, but like it kind of gives that sort of like emotional kind of like borderline country-esque song to it. And like I guess maybe musicality, I couldn't help but think of I think it's like What Hurts the Most by Rascal Flatts, which is like you know in a weird way, I think musicality wise obviously it's not the same, but like you can definitely feel the emotion of that song. And I think very similarly to this one, I think it's kind of like in that sort of ballpark for me, which is good. um but yeah, overall, I thought this was pretty good. Like I said, all of the ballads so far, at least in this like middle section, I've been really enjoying. So I feel like maybe she's hitting that stride for me in terms of the like ballad songs. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a very good one as well. So, Alex, your take?
Um, I like this one better than the last one. We're still in ballad territory. Obviously, it's more of a rock ballad,
Sure.
which definitely makes it more palatable for me. A little more to listen to, a little more going on. I think that like where I'm at is like obviously I know she's a like S tier singer.
Mm.
So now that I know that, and now that I've established that, and I've gotten used to like her belts, eh, I'm like looking for something else. So
Okay.
the ballads are kind of putting me in like a corner where it's like, okay, I've heard. Okay, okay, I got this already. I got it. I got it. Good ballad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I want like because she's obviously progressed as a vocalist and we can hear that. So I want to see now like that be used in other circumstances, and I'm sure it is in B-sides and like other
Mm,
releases and stuff. So I think with like all these ballads, not to like you said, like beat a dead horse or repeat myself too much. It's like it's hard to for me to find stuff to talk about that's not just like, oh, it's a really great belt, or oh, it's a really good vocal run. Oh, she's a really talented vocalist, because there's not really much else,
mhm.
I guess, that I it's differentiating like this track from one of the other several ballads that we've checked out. Um I mean, the only thing I can like say to, I guess, counter that is that obviously, like I mentioned, she is getting better as a vocalist as she goes on,
Mhm.
as she gets older. So like some of these vocal runs and belts and like the way that she projects her voice is really, really impressive and cool to listen to in songs like this where she gets to showcase it. But I think I don't know. It's hard for me to sort of determine, especially while we're like streaming and kind of hearing all this stuff for the first time, if it's like just if it's like ballad fatigue, or if it's just like not what I want to be listening to, like not the headspace I'm in right now. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure, sure.
It's hard to figure out like where I am on that line. Um, as far as like this song specifically goes, it's probably about middle of the road for like for a ballad for me.
I will say I think with her music, at least in terms of the ballads as well, like or just like obviously getting into part 2 tonight, like I think the level of confidence that she has as a vocalist has obviously grown as well. Like I couldn't imagine, like obviously, like listening to the first like part and getting early on in her career, it's like okay, like she's got great vocals and like she's utilizing them well, but like I feel like in this song, in the previous one, it was like you can tell like the confidence is building for her to like do these longer belts or to like have these more power moments in the song. So I think it's cool to see like that aspect take hold, and then obviously we closed out with like in the part 1 where it was like a little bit different musically. I thought that was also very interesting that she was able to kind of again do something different, and like the confidence level that you have to have as a vocalist has been really impressive. So I think even though like I enjoy ballads for the most part, like I could also understand like if you're listening to these in a string of songs, you're like, oh man, okay, I got like 4 or 5 ballads in a row. Like that could be it could be rough for
Yeah,
sure.
and I think that like it's not anything against Gunky's like playlist selection or anything, but I think it
Right, these are just
also
title tracks.
probably has to do with like the songs we're listening to. Obviously, there's a large discography. There's plenty of songs we're not listening to. They might be listened to by the average person in a different order, or they might be
Mhm.
listened to in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very different way. So we are just getting like a little glimpse of the overall discography.
Yeah.
So I know we're seeing just like basically like a small window of the discography here. So if that happens to be more ballads than like rock songs or pop songs, that's not like a fault to her or a fault to Gunky or a fault to anyone. It's just like
Personal preference.
it's just a circumstance.
Sure, sure, sure.
So
No,
just
for
want to get
sure.
that out of the way for anyone who thinks I'm in a Younha hate mode. I'm not. I'm not. I swear.
It looks like Shouter, thanks for hanging out. Hello, tuning in after seeing part 1 on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for
Awesome.
joining.
Nice.
Appreciate it. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna get into the next one, which is 26, and let's see. Gunky says 26 is a song that explores the process of saying goodbye, moving on from a past love. The lyrics convey a sense of reflection, acceptance, as well as a desire for both parties to be happy in their own separate paths. So, And it
Yeah,
looks
let's move on.
we're
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 done
moving
breaking up
on.
on people.
And Gungi says this is my favorite song on this album. Says 26 by Younha. If you're hanging out with us tonight, thanks. Appreciate it. Very cool. Therese, you look like you have a long face. What's going on?
Yeah. What a disappointing time to release such a banger song.
Oh yeah, for
Like, this
real.
is one of those.
Yeah, that those like fan call-in music shows are such
And
a
the fake cheering. I hate that fake cheering.
yeah, such a like what do you call that? Like it's so easy to tell like exactly what moment in time that is.
In an
Yeah,
inopportune moment. Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's the reason she wasn't performing with like a full band. Because I could see
Probably.
the instruments behind her, but they were all empty.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I think I really like this song, but it's tainted. I mean, this performance specifically is tainted because you can see what it could be, but it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like it's bringing down the energy that I realize is not reflective in the song itself. The song itself is a banger. I can absolutely, in my fantasy, imagine her performing with a full band and hearing the cheers of the audience and probably a fan chant and everyone getting super hype with the light sticks. So it's like not having any of that is like, but the fantasy version of this performance is amazing.
We could all live in that moment for sure.
Yeah.
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 I pretty much I didn't know what about it uh was like off to me, and Therese kind of just like explained it for me. Um Therese figured out what I couldn't figure out in my head.
Aw, that's nice.
Maladaptive
Yeah, this song
daydreaming, baby.
I feel like I would without the live band, I would have rather listened to a studio version of the song, I think.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a really good song with a full band, and like Therese said, it with like the energy and the crowd and everything. And it's probably a really good song production wise. And it's still a good song performed like this. I just think like there is a little bit of like that like oomph missing that we got in like her earlier stuff with the full live band, and like the her jamming on the piano, and everyone kind of like killing it
Oh,
on
yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
such a different vibe and like a high energy feel to that I think that unfortunately, and it's no fault of hers, obviously it's everybody was cutting their performances pretty short due to COVID, but I think just a little unfortunate for this performance. Still a fun song though. I would definitely listen to the song, like on Spotify or whatever.
Yeah. I think for me, I gotta retweet both Alex and Therese. Obviously, I was not listening to the K-pop during COVID time, so I unfortunately did not. The only precursor that I have to this is any group that we have covered that has done any comeback in that time period.
You're
So,
so lucky.
which is like looking at it from like obviously a bird's eye perspective. I think it is obviously I feel like it gives you this sort of disillusion that you're like, okay, like she's performing, but it's like almost like it's almost like an uncanny valley of like, okay,
It
she's
is.
performing, but it feels weird that they pan to like a screen full of people, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh man,
It's almost
this
like
would
a
be
Black Mirror episode.
yeah. And that's no offense to Yuna. I think she performed incredibly. I think for me, I would like to know how some of these artists felt during that time period. I imagine it's like you must feel a level of disconnect performing to the audience that obviously isn't there.
Oh, there's documentation for
Oh,
groups
there is. Okay.
like aespa, and like groups that are very big now that
Mm-hmm.
didn't have their first live performance until like a year or two ago because of COVID, that had been around for like 3 years. So
Jesus.
like groups that were like selling hundreds of thousands or like millions of albums, and like you would consider maybe like one of the top groups in the world that have never performed in front of people, never
That's so
performed in front of
wild.
Yeah.
like a couple cameramen and producers. So
That's
they
so
would
crazy.
like talk about like, oh, we have our first performance coming up in front of a crowd for a music show. Like I'm so nervous, and it's like, wait, you've had 8 comebacks. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
it was weird.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think it was all a loss. Like I think we got a lot of really cool camera angles during COVID because they didn't have to worry about the audience or like
Sure.
Yeah.
which
Sure.
direction they were facing.
You got a lot
So
of good live performance improvements, like show
yeah.
improvements. You got a lot of good um new developments on like fan interaction and like how
Mhm.
artists go about like connecting with fans.
Sure.
But
Sure.
also
But
like
it also
I w-
killed a lot of groups.
yeah. And
Like
then I
COVID
wonder if
straight up killed group.
yeah. And then I wonder if some of those artists were kind of upset like, "Man, I could have worked from home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have performed in front of my TV."
Yeah. True. True. I feel like I feel like I'm on the same lane as what Youthful put, which was like Truman Show or something like that. Like that's how I feel watching this MV. And again, no diss to Gunky because I feel like they did a great job putting the playlist together. But I do feel like for me, it's like some of the essence of what I feel like Yuna is also the live performance and seeing her perform early on in a band. It's like you could tell there's like you could tell she was still having a good time performing this song, certainly. But I feel like I often think about like in an inverse timeline of like the song that she's performing with a band, obviously doing possibly piano work on this song as well, like and just having like more of a momentous sort of feeling to the song. And I feel like I don't know. I'd hope that I'd imagine she's doing live performing now. I would hope. If not, hopefully she'll come over here to the States. But
Yeah. Has she performed this with a band?
yeah, I'd be curious if anyone knows. But I think the song itself, if I could obviously speak on the song as well. I thought this was great. I think she's got again commanding vocals. I like that she kind of gave like a little bit of a vocal run at the end of the song. That was really nice. Like I imagine that's probably not in the studio version, so it was cool to see her kind of playfully do other things within the song that I would imagine aren't in the studio version. But yeah, I'll definitely be giving this release a listen. I like I said, I think she's got such a charismatic sort of like she has this charismatic sort of driving energy in her live performance, and this feels like at like a 7 out of 10, for her. Like, and that's not to say that like her vocal performance isn't at a 7-10. I just feel like obviously you want to put on a brave face when you're performing, and I feel like this was kind of that thing. But I imagine as we get a little further on in this playlist that I'm sure we're gonna get those moments a little bit more stronger. So I think that's what I'm excited about. Um, Evil says, yeah, aespa didn't have their first real performance in front of fans for a long time. They were sent to Coachella a bit prematurely, but now they're insane live. I can imagine. It's Sarah says it's so odd seeing groups who debuted during COVID get on tour like in 2023 and still be learning how to interact with an audience because they lost 2 years of stage experience because of
No,
COVID.
for real.
That is insane. Yeah, that is crazy, especially considering like K-pop. That's wild.
Yeah, there was
Um,
one group I saw that was a COVID group, and like they've been performing for at that point what 4 years. I'm not gonna say who because it's not a great take, but
oof.
when I saw them live, it was basically like watching a music video. Like they weren't doing the fan interactions; they were just like performing as if there was a camera in front of them, and it was really kind of strange.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Um, and then Gangi says there will be more live performances to come. It looks like Shouter says that she has performed this in concert uh, with a live band. Only fan cams of the concert though. Okay, very interesting. All right, cool. Well, I guess we'll get into the next one. I
Yeah,
did
can we
note it.
wrap the chat text?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to fix it as a music video plays. But the next one it looks like is Winter Flower. This one features RM of BTS.
Oh,
Is about mental health, where to find the source of comfort, basically surviving life's winters, when the hope is booming in the spring. It was composed by Eden. Olander, Lee's, and the lyrics were written by Younha, RM, and
Oh,
Eden.
the Dreamcatcher producers?
The
These no longer?
Dreamcatcher kids.
It
Yeah.
says, of
Ooh,
course, every Dreamcatcher AT stan knows who Lee's and Olander are. Every ET stands should
yep.
know Eden, since he's the leader of Edenary. So very interesting. Younha shared this about the collaboration with RM. I wanted to collaborate with RM for many years, since I didn't have any projects in mind that had a suitable topic or synergy. I didn't suggest anything. It wasn't until Edenary came up with a concept that shared the suggestion with RM. RM had wanted to collaborate with Younha as he is a big fan of her music. He is
Aw.
also vocal about his love of her music, frequently recommending her song to his fans. So it's a very mutually beneficial thing. So we'd love to see it. All right, cool. Well, let's get into the next one. I'm gonna fix this text.
시린 겨울바람 깊은 발자국 아래 홀로 피어나 내가 태어나고 널 만난 이유를 찾아서 헤매어 하얗게 번지는 한숨을 얼어붙은 눈물 버려진 꿈들은 다른 상처를 낳고 이 계절의 끝이 어딜까 영원히 있다면 Hold on, hold on, hold on I will take it away before you stumble I will stay by your side until you survive 피어나 주기를
난 왜 널 만난 걸까 하필 바로 지금 여기 이 겨울날 눈 감으면 봄은 아득하고 여긴 찬수만 가득한 때 모진 겨울 네가 흘렸던 피에서 빨갛게 나는 태어났지 설중에 동백수선화 그래 날 뭐라고 불러도 좋아
They say life is full of paradox. All you gotta do is get used to this marathon. 세상은 너에게만 모질까? 누구나 힘들다. 어른이 된 내게 그 말은 못되네 위로가. 똑바로 들어 겨울아, 네가 날 피운 걸. 나 이제 내 가지로 파란 향을 피울 거야. 내가 알려줄게. 다른 하늘이 있음을 힘껏 불러올게. 너를 닮았던 가을을.
하얗게 번지는 불빛은 얼어붙은 태양 가려진 달처럼 아직 존재해도 기다림의 끝은 어딜까 시작이 있다면 Hold on, hold on, hold on I will take it away before you stumble I will stay by your side until you survive 피어나 주기를
Very nice. All right. That was Yuna's Winter Flower featuring RM.
All right, I'll go first. I like this one. It's fun. It felt very. I don't know. I don't know what the genre is. So somebody maybe can come out with like the official genre. But it reminds me. This might be kind of niche, but if anyone ever listens to like the League of Legends Worlds tracks they release for the
Yeah.
World Championships
Mm.
every year,
Yeah.
like they're just very anthemic and very like epic. I don't really can't think of like a better word to describe them. They're very like I don't have a word, but if you know what I'm talking about, I think you know. Uh, this song is it's so Lee's and Olander.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like to
Yeah.
a T. It's kind of funny. Like I could hear it just in the before the like first chorus even came in, like their chord choices and the instrumentation and like the filtering on the drums and everything is very uh not Dreamcatcher-y to like a T, but like it you can hear the production similarities, which is cool. I mean, they have their own style, and I think it's a really cool style. But I like that it's easily able to like be, I guess, recognized. Um, I also thought in that same sentiment that the way that they produced her vocals here sounded a lot very similarly to the way that they would or they have produced um Xi'an's voice from Dreamcatcher for a lot of
Yeah.
songs
Yeah. Yeah.
with the use
Mm.
of the high belting and the vibrato and like the melody choices. It reminds me a lot, not to like draw comparisons or anything, but it just reminds me of the way that they would direct her vocals a lot. Um but I really like this. I also thought RM's part was very complimentary. I like that he had like a very long feature. Um and kind of like went back and forth between not back and forth, but went from kind of like singing ish, sing rapping, and then into like an actual kind of little rap verse.
Mm.
I thought he did a good job of matching the vibe.
Therese, you want to go next?
Sure. I recognize Dark Cloud more than this song. And if you don't know, I'm a huge army. But I think I've actually listened to Dark Cloud more than Winter Flower.
Mm.
So
Okay.
this was kind of a fun surprise, I guess. um I don't remember it being this large of a production because I know what you're talking about with the League of Legends shout out. Like, it seems like a larger production than is necessary for like a track, for like a, what is this, 3.5 minute track.
Yeah.
But it's not unwelcome at all. It's just kind of like out of place in a way. I do think the production sound, I don't know if it's because there's like a reverb on the side stick happening on the downbeat, but it sounds a little bit messy. Like it's at the loud portion when everything comes in. I'm not
Okay.
able to tell apart like, and I'm listening to the Spotify version to see if I can get a little more high quality filtering, but it kind of goes over just it goes over a large production and into like noisy.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
I don't know if that was like a compression issue when they exported the file. I don't know, but it's something that I noticed. I love RM's verse. I don't know if it's my favorite like rap performance of his, but the lyrics were speaking. I think the lyrics in the song and the music video itself kind of hit because it was like, facing adversity and growing hope inside of you to overcome it. Um, it's beautiful messaging. But yeah, that's a big song.
It is. Yeah. It is a big song. I would agree with that. I think for me, I was a slight bit preoccupied, but I was definitely trying to listen to what was going on with the song. Um, I will say her vocals were like, I would agree with both Therese and Alex. Is like her vocals feel like they definitely like did something different in terms of like in terms of like the way that they stylized her vocals in this song specifically. And I think if I was listening to this just solely off title tracks, like doing the same thing but just like on Spotify or something, like this song would feel like it sticks out. Again, we are gonna get into more songs from Yuna going further, but like in terms of production, like it does feel like the songs that we've listened to so far, this one would stick out to me in a playlist, which is like I think a good thing, certainly. Um, but I also really kind of enjoyed like they put like a decent amount of like reverb and delay on her vocals, and I think she had like again these really insanely like beautiful belts and like I think it really matched up well with kind of like the energy and the like lyrical imagery that she's trying to position in the song. So I think she did a really great job of putting that message out there, certainly. I did like RM's verse. I feel like I've always appreciated his approach on rapping, whether it's coming from the aspects of like more like singing rapping, as well as obviously like when he does like harder rapping in more BTS stuff or like in other features. Um, I thought this one was very good to what the song I feel like obviously portrays, but I think also as well as I think he was able to give a lot of emotion in his delivery as well, which is, something that I love about Yuna. So I feel like in terms of those two things, I appreciate the synergy of that. But I would like to give this one more of a listen because I think that I did pick out things that I did enjoy about the song, but I would definitely like to give it more of a well-rounded listen in terms of this song because um, obviously I love Dreamcatcher, I love ATs as well, so I feel like the production team that worked on this song is great as well too. Um, so yeah, this one I will be following up with and giving another listen to. Um, but yeah, very very nice. Gungi says the best part of Yuna is the messaging. And Shatter says that his presence is impactful in the song. I would assume RM in this case. And Yuval says this
No,
is
probably
definitely.
Alander.
Oh yeah, okay, Therese.
Also a very impactful presence.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. And Yuval says this is definitely much more different than the Maze Stallion collab. That's for sure.
Both good.
Different
Both
artist,
good. Yeah, I was gonna say both good. Can't complain. All right, cool. I'm gonna pull my text thing up again, but it looks like the next 5 songs is what Gunkies consider the goated section. These are all songs on the
Goated.
repackaged N Theory Final Edition, the album, which is 14 songs. This is the first album in a trilogy exploring scientific themes through music, and it follows a girl exploring outer space. Gunki says that this one is considered one of the greatest albums by a Korean artist that he has ever heard. And the first one on this 5-song journey is Stardust, which is the title track of her 6th album, The N Theory. This song expresses the idea of our existence on Earth and is not a coincidence. And everything that has happened in our lives has led us to where we are. Overall, the song encourages listeners to appreciate and love the world they're in, and by extension, the stardust that brought them there. So, very,
Oh,
very well worded, Gunky. Kudos.
science, you say?
Science. I feel like we gotta get into it. So
Will we get to see some robots?
only for Therese to connect it back to her lore. Oh, not your words. Hey, listen, you can take credit for it.
For the press release?
Yes. He did. He
Gunky
did write
did
me a full list.
Gunky did an exclusive press release with Yuna.
You could have fooled me.
So I've been reading The Three Body Problem, and now that's the lens that I'm gonna listen to this album with.
시간을 돌아와 널 만나게 됐어 의도치 않은 사고와 우연했던 먼지 덩어린 별의 조각이 되어서 여기 온 거겠지 던질수록 커지는 질문에 대답해야 해 돌아갈 수 있다 해도 사랑해버린 모든 건 이별에 살아 숨을 쉬어 난 떠날 수 없어 태어난 것이 아니어도 고르지 못했다고 해도 나를 실수했다 해도 이별이 맘에 들어 까만 하늘 반짝이는 거기서 내가 보일까 어느 시간에 살아도 또 만나러 올게 그리워지면 두 눈을 감고 바라봐야 해 돌아갈 수 있다 해도 사랑해버린 모든 것 이별이 살아 숨을 쉬어 난 떠날 수 없어 태어난 것이 아니어도 고르지 못했다고 해도 내가 실수였다 해도 이별이 맘에 들어 언젠가 만날 그날을 조금만 기다려줄래 영원할 수 없는 여길 더 사랑해볼게 돌아갈 수 있다 해도 사랑해버린 모든 것 이별에 살아 숨을 쉬어 난 떠날 수 없어 태어난 것이 아니어도 고르지 못했다고 해도 내가 실수였다 해도 이별이 맘에 들어 낮은 바람에 속삭임 초록빛 노랫소리와 너를 닮은 사람들과 이별이 맘에 들어
Huh.
So is that her younger self?
I think so.
Okay, she's just hanging out with her younger self.
All right, cool. Well, this one was Stardust if you're hanging out with us. This is Younha. Very nice.
What was the major point of what Gunky sent us from the press release that he did exclusively with Younha? Can you remind me because I don't remember.
The
what it said.
overall, so the song encourages listeners to appreciate and love the world they're in, and by extension, the stardust that brought them there.
Interesting. Okay.
Basically, it says that this song expresses the idea our existence on Earth is not a coincidence, and that everything has happened in our lives has led us to where we are now.
I thought there was going to be
Hmm.
science.
Would you think there was gonna be like a science equation in the song or something?
No, so I thought the Aurora Borealis at the beginning, where you see all the wavy lines,
Yes.
Aurora Borealis, a hard word to say.
Yes.
I thought that was pertaining to whatever lesson we were learning through this music video. So I actually pulled up the definition of what happens when you see the aurora. According to the Canadian Space Agency, as Earth's magnetic field protects us from sun blasting its charged particles at us, the magnetic field lines are dragged and stretched and snap back like an elastic band, which are kind of bouncing the sun's bad protons out back into space. So it's
Sure.
like a safety net. And I thought that would be the moral of the story, is like you're safe, maybe, or like there's a shield protecting you.
Okay.
But this is much more like reflective in the sense of looking back on who you've met, and I guess who you plan on meeting is what the lyrics were getting at. And then accepting your path through life. So it didn't quite make the connection that I was hoping it would make, but now you learned a little bit about science.
Yeah.
Therese,
Woo!
have you ever considered writing press releases for K-pop artists, Therese?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that.
I think you should. Yeah.
Please hire me.
Here's my email.
Email us at audioaddictionmedia.
If you are a struggling kid, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, when they said science, what they really meant was astrology.
I mean, I
For
get
this
the
one.
spiritualism behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. Shatter says everything in the universe came from stars, hence the title, Stardust.
That's true. You need to study the song on this album, and the next I think you would be excited. Study the song on this album. This song? That's what we're doing, right?
Anyway, I guess I'll talk about the song itself. I enjoyed it a lot. I was already getting like the
Songs.
musical goosebumps that I typically get when I hear a song that is very emotional. I think it fully kind of hit the peak for me personally was when they had that long pause. And again, normally I don't like long pauses in songs, but I felt like for like dramatic effect slash like emotional effect, I do appreciate it. It probably could have been cut down just a smidge if I'm being 100% honest. However, the final chorus, I feel like it gives you that like full circle moment. You obviously see her, Younha being replaced, like her younger self is being replaced with her currently in the moment, and I felt like, man, you definitely like, I don't know for me, but I started getting like a little weepy, uh, and so I really enjoyed it for that aspect. I think the lyricism was really beautiful as well. Probably one of my favorite set of lyricism that we've heard recently or seen recently, from her stuff. I think it's just, it really kind of encapsulates you, and I was really appreciative that Gunky told me to actually focus on the song, because I think it gave me a lot more appreciation for what she writes. It kind of gave me a little bit of like a folksy sort of feel, which I appreciate. I listened to like a lot of like Julian Baker and like Phoebe Bridgers and stuff like that, and it kind of gave me that. Obviously not to that extent, but it kind of was in the like in between of that, which I really loved, and that's why I love those artists. So I feel like this album I'll probably go and listen to. Obviously, we're listening to a good handful of it tonight, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. This one definitely captured me for sure. So it's a good one. Alex?
I think I like this song. I know, huge.
Huge win.
I think, yeah. I think I like this song is probably towards the upper upper echelon of what you're gonna get from me with ballads. I guess it's a ballad, right? It's a ballad.
I consider this a ballad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd probably put it in
I
that
think
category.
I think I really ended up just paying more attention to the music video than anything else. Like the song was good. The song was a good ride with the music video for me. The music
Agreed.
video was really nice, and I think the lyrics were good, and I think like the whole package is very good. I wouldn't say like the song. I'm not gonna say it for every ballad. It's not something. I'm not gonna go back and listen to it. It's not getting added to my playlist. Um, but I enjoyed the what is it? 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Is that
I
how
don't think
long
it's
it is?
actually 5 minutes. I think it's closer
Right,
to
but the
Well,
that.
the
video is
story of
right.
it,
The
yeah.
whole story is like 5 minutes. Yeah, a little over 5. Yeah.
And I enjoyed the 5 minutes. The one thing I will complain about, I didn't like the pause.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
And
was really long.
and
it
I
was a very
never
long
like
pause.
to be
Yeah.
fair, I never like pauses. But for me it was like I felt like it should have had some if you're gonna pause like that, like it should have had some noise or been shorter or it shouldn't have cut the music so abruptly because I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Usually
That's
with the
fair.
pause, you know that the song isn't over, but for this, I didn't know if the song was over
That's
because it was
I
going on
agree.
for so long
Yeah, I agree.
and it was kind of confusing. And then the acapella part was really nice, but I feel like that could have come in earlier or
Agreed.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It just felt like it was a little,
You know what
a
it was
little too long.
matching? It was matching those moments in K-dramas where they're just looking at each other and looking and looking and looking. And it goes on for like 6 beats too long.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the same timing, so can't put it on them.
Yeah.
Cultural difference.
I was gonna say, yeah. That's no disrespect, but yeah, I agree with both of you. I do feel like it went on for a little long. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's especially like an American thing to try and get the point across as concisely as possible.
That is completely fair. Oh, I forgot to say, Nasty Patty 1, thanks for hanging out. They had said, End Theory is an amazing album, only surpassed, in my opinion, by Growth Theory. Okay, well, we probably will be getting into that hopefully soon, so be checking it out. Speaking about checking out the next one, I'm gonna have that one pulled up, but I believe we have some more text here. All right. The next one is Wish. Wish is a song that encourages listeners to overcome their fears, embrace change, and pursue their dreams wholeheartedly. It conveys a message of resilience, growth, and the transformative power of embarking on a personal journey of self-discovery. The lyrics paint a vivid picture of embarking on a journey using water as a metaphor for personal growth and transformation. Are we going to see water?
Dancing
I
in
don't
water.
know. We're
Go
gonna
for it,
find-
Younha.
We're going to find out. Let's go.
Water as a water in that sentiment is used pretty commonly.
Oh, is this correct,
Okay.
Donkey?
Oop.
I put the playlist together, so maybe it's me.
This isn't Wish.
It says Orc Cloud, so I wasn't sure if this is correct. Wrong MP? Oh, shit. All right, cool. I mixed these up.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Oh, God. You can't see this. I'm going to shift it. Oh,
where did
God.
it go?
I don't know.
I think you put it at the top.
No, this is it. I see it. Oh,
Oh,
God.
just click on it and then we'll click back.
Okay.
Technical difficulties. Okay.
Yeah, please fire me. I should not be allowed to make playlists.
사라진 cloud 오래 기다려왔어 담장방 쏟아질 light 젖어있던 몸을 펴 아직은 그저 한 줄기 미약한 가능성이지만 그리고 흘러 언젠가는 멀리 바다로 나가볼 거야 Say hi 다가오는 온 세상을 향해 Say 참몸을 던질 거야 Just run It's time for life 멈추지 않을 듯 dream I'm falling down 붉게 패인 상처들도 한번 모르고 일어나 천 개의 물방울이 되어 결국 저녁을 지나갈 테니 Say bye 그랬던 나의 어제에게 get back 안녕을 건넬 거야 Just run It's time for life 수없이 많은 길이 여기 열려 있잖아 두려움은 흘려버려 그녀의 끝에 마주할
Ooh.
Everything's gonna be alright now. It's time for life. 감사합니다.
All right, cool. That was Wish. Very nice. By Younha.
I felt really short,
I did feel very short, yeah.
um,
Come on.
but it wasn't super short. And I feel like when a song feels short and it's not, I feel like that is typically a good sign in my experience, right? I guess it depends how you look at it. I always find that like when I'm I think enjoying songs, I end up wanting more from them, or I feel like it ends up ending quicker than I want it to. This is a really fun song. I enjoyed having the live band there. Obviously, the the mic being on, it being live is very like palpable energy. It's very good. Specifically that vocal run top line for the chorus, like the descending vocal run is really catchy and impressive, and just like all of the like the switches of how she was using her voice, especially at the end, like going into the last chorus, like the belt into like the head voice and everything is super super impressive live vocal display.
I get this song. Guys, this song is about science. Did you guys get it? Did you get it? You had to be reading the lyrics. It's about the water cycle, right? Is she singing it from a water droplet's perspective in the condensation, evaporation, precipitation cycle? I'm pretty sure I'm right.
You could.
And if it's not about that, then let's say it's about that in our next press release, Younha.
Hire her.
There you go.
because it's very obvious. I even pulled up the lyrics on my own. Clouds disappeared in the blink of an eye. Lights cascade. Like there's a lot of lyrical interpretation of like cascading, flowing. The sea, I'm gonna go. And then run, like a raindrop on surface water and falling down. But it's like returning to the sea, which is what water droplets do. Science.
There you go. You will ask for science through this new guy.
This is a science song, confirmed. It
Oh
better
my
be in
God.
the next season of Three Body Problem. I really like it. I think it's a beautiful song. I especially loved. I don't know what the instrument was, but there was like a little twinkling in the back around the second chorus, I want to say, and that was beautiful. I kind of wish that she was able to get like a full string orchestra so that she could perform with them. But I like it. It's some really good melodies going on.
All right. I think for me this was very fun and like lively. There was something like really, there was something really cool about obviously seeing her perform with a band. I feel like the energy was just like, as we mentioned in a previous song, like I just feel like it was missing. So just to hear her obviously being able to perform with a live band was incredible. I liked a lot of her melody choices in this song specifically. I think she did a really great job of kind of like being able to again show off her vocal abilities, but on top of that I think you could just tell the confidence level of her singing live is just like tenfold now. And so I really appreciate her, like her ability to just kind of like beautifully kind of go through some of these really great melody choices. So I really love that element of it. um as well as that, I am a little surprised, and maybe chat can confirm this or not, but it does seem a little weird because we have seen her perform live, obviously in front of a piano. Does she still perform like while playing piano still? I'm just
While
curious if that
pianoing.
while pianoing. I'm curious if that's something that she still does in her like live performances, or if like future material. Obviously, I know I would imagine it does include it, but uh that was very interesting to see her just kind of be like more of what I would typically assume, a soloist to do, which is just like obviously just sing for the most part. But Shouter says that she does still perform piano live. So, okay. Very cool. I feel like that's such a like an iconic thing for her, so I would be very remiss if she didn't wind up doing that. Gunky says she does, but I don't see it as much as she used to. Does anyone know maybe as to why she may not perform as much piano wise? I guess that's the only
Well,
thing.
it gives her a lot more range of emotion expression, I think, without the piano.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is very true. Huh. Interesting. Well, very nice. I think I fixed the. I'm pretty sure I fixed the playlist. I something may have happened when I transferred these songs over, so
Nope.
it's a possibility. That's all I'm gonna say. So,
You get one.
well, I don't. To be fair, I copied and bit. I'll give a peer behind the looking glass. Gunky had sent me a PDF file of all of these songs without hyperlinks. So like the hyperlinks I had to copy over because they didn't like format. So I copied all the hyperlinks over, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like they must be in order. So I copied and pasted
Uh,
all of the links into a playlist, and some of them must have been off for whatever reason.
oh, okay.
So that's probably
Mm.
what had happened. And this is no offense to Gunky. This is probably my user error. So
Well, PSA for whoever submits a deep dive next, just make the YouTube playlist and send it to us.
yes, that would be greatly
That
appreciated.
is 1,000% easier, I think.
No,
No,
you did great,
Gunky, you
Gunky.
did great, Gunky.
You
I'm
did
just saying
great. You gave us all
I'm an
these
idiot.
press releases.
Yeah.
You've narrowed it down to like half, or no, not half, like an eighth of her discography.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
Kudos to Gunky. We love to see it. So if I have this correct, because I Google translated this, since they're all in Korean, so I have to try to guess. But this one should be Event Horizon. This song is about the end of a relationship, and the realization that moving on is the best thing for both parties involved. It emphasizes the importance of acknowledging the past and not pretending everything was perfect, but also accepting that it is time to move on to new beginnings. It is now science time. Our first night, Event Horizon is a boundary marking the limit of a black hole. At the event horizon, the escape velocity. Oh my God, we're learning about science tonight. Escape velocity is equal to the speed of light, and since general relativity states that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light, Nothing inside the event horizon can cross the boundary and escape beyond it, including light. Thus, nothing enters the black hole, can get out, or can be observed from outside the event horizon. Coincidentally, the next song on the album on Event Horizon is Black Hole. So
Nothing can escape a black hole except Matthew McConaughey. And that's what we learned. What was that movie?
Interstellar.
Interstellar, yes.
All right. Event Horizon, it looks like went platinum, and she co-wrote and co-produced it. So
Oh, sorry, the people. I'm not that sorry. It's been years.
God. Therese. Oh man. All right, well, let's get into it. Gunky, if this is not Event Horizon, let me know. Okay, cool.
I think
was
it's
great.
Event Horizon.
I can't read. Did that say Event Horizon?
If you can't read, the science album is gonna be tough for you.
생각이 많은 건 말이야 당연히 해야 할 일이야 나에겐 우리가 지금 1순위야 안전한 유리병을 핑계로 바람을 가둬둔 것 같지만 기억나 그날의 우리가 잡았던 그 손엔 말이야 설레임보다 커다란 믿음이 담겨서 난 한 방 웃음을 줬지만 울음이 날 것도 같아서 소중한 건 언제나 두려움이니까 문을 열면 들리던 목소리 너로 해변에 있던 따뜻한 공기 여전히 자신 없지만 안녕히 저기 사라진 별의 자리 아스라이 하얀 빛 한동안은 꺼내볼 수 있을 거야 아낌없이 반짝인 시간은 조금씩 곁어져 가더라도 너는 맘에 살아 숨쉴 테니 여긴 서로의 끝이 아닌 새로운 길 목표에 익숙함에 진심을 속이지 말자 하나 둘 추억이 떠오르면 많이 많이 그리워할 거야 고맙어요 그래도 이제는 사건의 지평선 너머로
Oh, nice.
솔직히 두렵기도 하지만 노력은 우리에게 정답이 아니라서 마지막 선물은 산뜻한 안녕 저기 사라진 별의 자리 아스라이 하얀 빛 한동안은 꺼내볼 수 있을 거야 아낌없이 반짝인 시간은 조금씩 곁어져 가더라도 너는 맘에 살아
Huh. That was a beautiful music video. All right, cool. That was Event Horizon by Younha. Looks like Gunky gave us some information. Event Horizon topped the charts 6 months after releasing due to a large part of word of mouth from her performances. This is only her second song to win a music show, which is 15 years after her first one. Became so popular that it achieved a perfect all kill on the music charts, and it also won Best Pop Song and Song of the Year at the Korean Music Awards in 2023. So, very nice. Kudos to Younha. Love to see it.
Yeah, this song had a crazy uprising in
And
Korea
popularity.
with like popularity and chart topping and awards and stuff. It was really interesting.
Refreshing.
Yeah. For me, I think this is a really good song. I don't think that it is the showcase of Yoonha's vocals. I don't think it is like the craziest song. I don't think there's anything like I don't think there's anything incredible about it, but I think it's just a really well written song. Like it's catchy, it's
Mm,
emotional, the
mm.
instrumentation is good, like the melody is good. Everything about it is just really, really solid, and I think it just makes a really, really good package. I don't think there's anything in particular that like stands out as like the best we've seen, but it's like really well rounded, if that makes sense. So I
Okay.
understand why
Yeah.
it had its pop off, why it had its momentum, and
Yeah.
achieved very like what's the word
The
like
accolades.
it had a very natural progression of success and like
Organic
ramping.
growth.
Yeah, organic. It was very
Yeah.
organic success. So super cool, super well deserved. um I don't know what her popularity was like prior to this popping off, but I know for sure that it significantly is as far even in the West, like or in like I guess maybe spaces that I find myself in the K-pop world, I definitely saw the discussion around Yoonha and like mentions of her and her discography rise like tenfold after the song blew up. So I don't know exactly how it is in Korea, but the song did a lot for her for sure.
Mm, okay. Uh, well, obviously, I did not know the accolades prior to this, so that's awesome that she was able to obviously do that with this song. Um, I enjoyed this one a lot. I think so far, obviously, we have more songs to get into tonight, but I thought this one is probably going to be very high up on my list. I enjoyed this a lot. I think her vocals sounded really incredible. I think this kind of gives me, especially like the way that she kind of incorporated the piano again. And I know that she has in prior songs, but I feel like it's obviously seeing her play it and perform it in this music video, like just I think further accents it a little bit more. Um, but I really love the vibe of the song. I think it's obviously something that I would gravitate more towards. And like, even if I didn't know her prior to this, like if this came up on something like if I was listening to like Wave to Earth or something, this song came
Oh
on
yeah.
my
I was
playlist,
gonna say that too.
I would for sure be checking this album out. So I think if anything, I would hope that inspire people to go check this album out if you have not. Um, but I really enjoyed her vocals, like especially like the way that she uses falsetto in this song. I think she does a really great job of hitting those like really great like high notes, but they don't feel like they're going over the top, but they just fit the need of the song so well that it's just like beautifully arranged in that aspect. And I also got to give a shout outs to whoever did the guitar work on this song. I think the guitar work was really incredible. Especially like kind of that lead guitar riff sort of thing. I thought that was amazing. So, I think to me that's kind of like the bigger centerpiece of the song per se. Along with obviously Yuna's vocals, but yeah, I'll be going back and listening to this song for sure. I think this is definitely going to be making its way onto my priority list in terms of albums I'll listen to from her. So, Therese,
Alex,
your
good.
thoughts? he's gone.
I think he's still in the call, just camera off.
Camera is off. Yeah.
This is a certified bop, and it says so in the Spotify streaming numbers I'm seeing.
Ooh, okay.
Which is extra telling because I don't think Spotify was like huge in Korea until like a year or two ago, and even still, I don't think it's huge. I think it's just another streaming platform.
Sure.
But like for reference, Stardust has about 2 million. You're good. Okay. Stardust has about 2 million streams. Wish has about 800,000 streams. Most of the songs on this album have like in the 100,000s range.
Oh, okay.
Event Horizon has 25 million streams.
Wow, that is awesome.
So, well deserved. Way to go, Younha. I will also like to point out that this song is most definitely about science, but specifically some of the lyrics are wait, where did I have them? I had the lyrics up and now they're gone. Maybe I Google searched myself out of the link. There was a certain lyric about like because it's about like a dying relationship, is that right? Or a relationship that's no longer there but you still feel. And there they are. There's in the chorus it's there, the missing star's position, a white light in the distance. It'll be a while to it'll be able to take a glance for a while, even if time that twinkles generously decreases little by little. And I think that's a really beautiful metaphor to correlate the lifespan of a star and how if a star dies or falls into a black hole, we can still see the star for about, I don't know, 10,000 years, depending on how far away the star is. But it'll appear in the night sky twinkling, even though it's gone. So that's really beautiful. I love science and I love music. And likely, if you also like music, you will also like you're probably really smart because it uses a part of your brain that is associated with language. And music is processed as if it is a language a lot of times. So only smart people like music. And that's us.
Y'all are smart. Unless you're putting a playlist together, then I am not that, but it's okay.
Yeah, music is math.
Music is math.
All music is essentially. It's beautiful math.
Gunky says the funny thing is Younha has said growing up she never liked science. Wrote a whole album about science. That's crazy. Good for her. Take on the challenge. All right, Gunky, I'm going to ask you a favor. I have the playlist up. I want you to see if I need to move anything up or down in terms of, obviously, we want to keep it in order. So if anything looks incorrect, you guys are getting spoiled for, obviously, the rest of the songs, potentially. So, but that's okay. You should already know. So I just want to make sure it looks correct before we go forward.
Yes. The Hangul, we can't read.
Hangul,
we can't yet read. I can't
read.
Process this language.
Grower, thank you. Thanks for hanging in. We'll see you in the next one. Okay, this one needs to go down. Okay.
Do you have the translation thing in your browser?
I do. I don't think I do.
You might.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh wait, here it is.
It's usually an option to like translate page.
Never translate, is it?
Well, Gunky said everything looks good anyway. Oh, there we go.
Here.
Sunfish. Oh yeah, there's a sunfish in the thumbnail.
Okay, cool. But this one's next, though. Am I correct, Gunky?
Isn't Biel like star or twinkle? I don't know. Star.
Okay. Yeah, I think this not
Oh.
ORT.
ORT. Or
Okay. Tell me where it needs to move to. One above. Okay, so which ones?
Wait, what?
Not Ort. Okay, the one above Ort. Okay, so this one.
Oh, Ort needs to go down. Wait,
Like down,
no.
down closer to weight.
Salbiol needs to go after Ort. Is that right? You don't have the PDF?
So in the PDF it has C/2000YH, which is after Event Horizon, and Ort is the next one, is the one after that one. And then I have Waiting and Sunfish, Silvery. Okay. So okay, gotcha. All right. I think we are good now.
So it was in the right place.
It was in the right place. Okay. Oh, cool. Get into this one then. Let me close this out. All right. So it looks like Gunky had put. All right. So this is C/2000YH, Sabatol. Okay. It's the same one. All right. Cool. This song is about reflecting on the journey of life and the pursuit of one's dreams. The title combines the Korean word for live and star, which suggests the idea of living as a shining star. The lyrics convey a message of resilience, determination, and a belief in one's own potential. And then Gunky says that this is his favorite Younha song, at least right now. So, very cool. All right.
C2022YH 발견으로 태어날 테니 이렇게 먼저 끌래 깨지고 부딪혀도 나가는 길은 자질 없어 가끔 외롭긴 해도 저 멀리 푸른 점에 잘 살고 있는 사람들은 끝없이 여길 동경하겠지 살려는 그림자가 돌덩이에 지나지 않더라도 타오를 거야 궤도에 존재하는 이유 희미하게 같으면 분명 너의 소원이 될 거라고 작은 목소리로 우리의 축복을 빌어볼게 질문은 접어두자 지금 이 순간 의심은 없어 목적을 확실하게 왜 빙빙 맴도냐고 그런 말을 들을 시간 없어 사실이 아니란 걸 알아 살려는 그림자는 뜨겁게 녹아가는 얼음 속에 타오를 거야 궤도에 존재하는 이유 희미하게
All right. That was Sabi Yo from Younha, or a bunch of other letters and numbers. So
Wow.
very nice.
Sheesh.
Who would like to cook first?
I volunteer.
Okay.
This is fun. This is good. High energy rock track. It is very reminiscent of her older J-rock inspired J-rock style stuff. I think the instrumentation is really, really good here. Just especially like the piano integration is awesome. The guitar is really good. There's a lot of details with the instrumental that I thought were like just nice little extra touches. That reverbed out piano, like in the bridge area, was
Mhm.
really, really cool. Just
Yeah.
like vocals and piano, I thought that was really great. I like that it just borrows part of the set from Event Horizon and is just like a very almost filmed like a performance video,
Yeah.
where
Mhm.
it's kind of just like different close-ups, same set, just maybe a couple playthroughs and some different shots. It makes it very like it's nice to watch, but you're really able to focus on like the music and stuff, which I appreciate. Yeah, I love this song. This is very good.
This song reminded me so much of Day 6's Time of Our Life,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
like
Okay.
some of the note progressions. They were so like
Hmm.
Hong Ji-sung coded, um, taking you in very like unexpected directions with the melody. Especially there's like a lower part. There's a part of the song where she sings lower, and that melody was like every single note. I was like, what's she gonna do next? What's she gonna do next? It was so exciting. It's a very exciting song. I'm glad we got like a performance video for this. Um, and again, another very science coded song. So yeah, this is definitely living up to the hype Gunky um talking about, because I was looking at the lyrics on the side. Like if even if a comet's shadow isn't any more than a rock, it'll burn up. The reason for being in this orbit. At the end of this flight, your wish will surely come true. With a small voice, I'll pray for your blessing. So it's basically like telling the story of a shooting star.
That's so sick.
And that's sick.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. And Shoder says that the name C/2022YH is a reference to the comet naming scheme, meaning that the comet discovered in 2022 by Younha.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Very
A lot of
science.
these are getting added to.
Yay, science.
I have like a band playlist, and a lot of these are getting added to it.
Yeah. I think for me this was really cool. It gives me that nostalgia of old that I feel like she has done, but at the same point I feel like it's so cool that uh obviously she has become much better of a singer. I think it's like kind of like it's kind of tethering between like old and new, and I think that's why I really enjoy this song. Not only because I think the instrumentation is really fun, but I think just knowing what she has done in part 1 and to know that she still likes to kind of create music like this is very cool, and that you know as much as she has some really great ballad work, in my opinion, I think this is like something again I feel like we have come to know her for in these parts, um, and it just feels like a return to form a little bit. Um, as well as that, I think that really cool like vocal bend she does with like that little bit of rasp was like really beautiful. It obviously harkens to her like rock roots, and like I really enjoyed that. I think Youthful mentioned in the bridge, but like that half chant was really cool as well too. There's just a lot of cool like there's a lot of cool like J rock or um obviously inspired moments in this song, and I feel like it just only is very complimentary to I feel like what she does well. So um yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I think this one is, unless there's another song on this list that I'll enjoy more, I think this one's pretty high up there. I'm gonna put it at second for right now, but I think it doesn't have a very high chance, but I'm gonna save this spot open for for a potential #1 takeover slot. So, yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. This is great. So, I can see why you like it, Gunky. All right, very cool. The next one, which I will read off of the release here. This is Ort Cloud. This is a song that encourages listeners to break free from limitations, trust their journey, and fearlessly embark on unexplored paths. It emphasizes the importance of resilience and self-belief in pursuing dreams and finding fulfillment. Gunky says that this is the first song he heard from Younha because of Sua and Sion from Dreamcatcher did a cover of it. Very nice. And then for more science, beyond our solar system lies the Oort cloud. It is actually surrounded our solar system. The Oort cloud is made of icy pieces of space debris, the sizes of mountains or something even larger. The Oort cloud is where some comets come from. So, very nice. I guess we're gonna get into it then, and it's
Cool.
it's live. So let's go.
Yay!
Nice.
All right, that was Yuna's Oort cloud. If you are hanging out, very nice.
Why does she have the craziest It's Live stage ever?
Yeah.
I know it's
Like
hard.
the stage setup, like I've seen so many It's Live videos. Why she's like I don't know. The stage setup is crazy.
Performing in a garden.
I'm so used to it just being like an empty room full of band members.
I was gonna say, yeah,
I
Yeah.
couldn't even see them.
they were just so set back, not enough wide of a lens to get all of
Yeah.
them.
Do you want to go first?
Sure, yeah. I enjoyed this a lot. This was really, really cool. First initial thoughts, sonically, kind of gives me a little bit of a Lumineers type of vibe. Which is normally
It's so folky.
it's so folky, and normally I do not like the Lumineers, but I do like Younha, and I feel like this song really highlights her vocals. I think seeing her perform this live, I'd love to compare it to the studio version of the song. I imagine obviously it's a little different, but just seeing her perform that like on the acoustic guitar and just have her kind of doing these like really like strong like mid-range almost belts in some aspects. I think she was really like utilizing her like power vocals really well in this song, and I think it does a great job of that. Those like chant parts really kind of get you involved a little bit more, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But yeah, overall, I think this was a great performance that I think she did an excellent job for. I think again the song, it has a really kind of like rootsy sort of vibe to it, which I appreciate. But I would probably say my favorite part of the song was like that little bit of a switch up in the bridge where I don't know if it was particularly like her like hitting the guitar or if it was maybe like it definitely sounded like maybe like I'm maybe butchering this, and Alex might know what I'm talking about, but the djembe, those like acoustic drums that the people like sit on instead. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those or not. It's like a box.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name.
It kind of gives
I
me
thought
that.
we were gonna get tap dancing. I thought she was gonna put
She was
the
gonna
guitar
put her
off to the
down and
side
she's
for
just
tap
gonna-
dancing. Like
It
was
could have been a
perfect
tap
spot,
dance moment.
right?
It could have. Yeah, she could
Dance
have.
break.
She could have got through it. Yeah, she could have through a dance break.
Yeah.
Sure, missed opportunity. But no,
Yeah,
I
had a
think
nice
this is
fog dance.
this is great. I think this is really incredible. This is, to me, I would imagine a pretty sleeper song on the release. So I enjoyed this one a lot. I'll definitely be going back and listening to this one again. Just gives you positive vibes.
Gunky said that she does tap dance, or the tap dancing is coming. Oh boy.
Holding out.
Finally.
Okay. Okay, I had to really temper my expectations for this song because I saw the cowgirl boots and I saw the acoustic guitar, and the way it started, I was like, "Oh my god, is this like a straight country song?"
Oh, you were worried.
I was worried. Because I'm not one for like pure country songs. I love country riffs, like country inspired, not country songs. But I would say this isn't really country, it's more like a deep southern rock. And I really like that. Like Devil Went Down to Georgia type of vibe.
Really? That's the vibe you
Really?
get from this?
Yeah.
I
Huh.
think this is just a straight up folk
Folk
rock song.
song. I was gonna say this is
Or
for sure
folk rock.
folk rock.
I don't listen to much folk rock, so I'm associating it with my, you know, southern
Hey,
experience that
that's
I'm
fair.
used to.
Okay.
I don't
That's fair.
know what
I
the
respect
difference
it.
might be, but I like it. I think it's very fast paced, and it gives you that kind of like it's like a journey. Like the song is a journey.
Yeah.
It's moving forward. It's I don't know. What's that movie that came out that had the birds flying south for the winter?
What?
This is a song. You know what I'm talking about? There was a animated movie
Oh my god.
with the birds.
Let me look. I'm gonna look it up. Bird.
Oh,
I
God.
feel like
It was a
what was it?
DreamWorks. Is it a DreamWorks movie? Oh wait. Let me
I
see.
think so, or
Bird.
Illuminations. Um I feel like this is a song that would be on that movie.
I feel like this was a song that would be in Brave.
Oh, that
Ooh, okay,
too.
that's fair. Is it
That too.
Migration, Therese?
Yeah, Migration.
There you go. I got you.
I didn't actually see it, but I feel like I would hear this in that. I
Here,
also don't know what it's
this is
about, but I
Therese.
assume
This
it's
is
just
Therese.
migration.
Here you go. I'm pulling.
Yeah.
This is what Therese sees when she hears this
This is
song.
what Therese hears, envisions. You know, guys. Just want to say. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I imagine the movie is just birds flying south, and that's what I thought this song was presenting me.
Okay. For me, this song is I think at least I think this is just like a straight up folk song. It's a really interesting. I don't think I've ever heard like a Korean artist or K-pop adjacent artist do it like an actual folk song. Like
Yeah.
pretty much to a T. The only thing they could have done to like put the nail in the coffin is add a freaking fiddle to it.
I thought there
Um,
was a little banjo in there. Am I not correct on that?
it was kind of hard to.
I didn't hear banjo.
I didn't hear a banjo,
Okay.
but I definitely heard like a lot of like percussion and stuff that's very associated with folk music. There's a lot of the guitar pattern is a very
Yeah, I was
folky
gonna say.
guitar pattern.
Yeah. for
This
sure.
is the kind of song that like you will catch me listening to this. Like if you could play this over the loudspeakers while now I'm at the Renaissance Fair with like my turkey leg and my big old beer, and this is like what I want to listen to there. Like it definitely gives me like I don't know, like the old folk, maybe like some old Gaelic, Scottish, Irish folk music.
Just imagine if this song came up like at a Renaissance fair mixed in with like a bunch of other like folksy sort of songs. That'd be wild.
That would be like my moment.
You'd be like,
You know what
I
I
know
mean?
this song. Oh my god.
That would be a very I would be the only person there like freaking out about it. You know what I mean? I'd be looking to my left and my right to like see somebody else who was also freaking out about Younha being played at the Renaissance Fair, and there would be no one to share that experience with.
That's true. Yeah. Unless I came to a Renaissance
Guaranteed.
fair with you, then
Yeah.
that we would be able to experience that moment together. You know.
Obviously I'm kind of like playing it up a little bit. It's not, you know, I'm playing into it a little bit. It is I think a good like pop-ish take on like, yeah, you're like Brandon mentioned the Lumineers, stuff like that. That kind of like popular folk rock, folk pop music that
Yeah.
is pretty, I guess pretty popular.
Yeah,
It's
I was
not
gonna
what
say.
I listen to, but I know, like, you would maybe see stuff like this at like a 104.5 like summer barbecue concert. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It'd be their one non rap or like pop, very
Yeah.
pop artist. Yeah, for sure. Um, that is a very local radio station to us. So like that, if you don't get that reference, then that's okay. Just think of it in that context. But all right.
Radio.
Yes, if you still listen to radio,
I only
There you go.
listened to that during the hurricane.
I listen to the radio every day.
and then Gungi says, just think there are 9 more songs on this album. That is crazy.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
That is wild. All right. Well, we're going to keep it moving here. The next one is, no pun intended, Waiting. This song is a song that explores the themes of unrequited love and the pain of waiting for someone who may never reciprocate those feelings. The lyrics convey a sense of longing, vulnerability, and a willingness to endure emotional pain for the sake of love. Younha wrote this when she was 17. And it was the first song she ever wrote. It has been covered by many artists, including IU, who did a cover on the show The Producers. This song was originally released on her Korean debut single, but she re-released it in celebration of her 20th anniversary. So, very nice. All right.
We're getting balladed again.
We're getting balladed again. So, let's go. And Nasty Patty, I agree with you on the previous song. Guitars did have a little banjo-esque feel.
어쩌다 그댈 사랑하게 된 거죠. 어떻게 이렇게 아플 수 있죠. 한 번 누구도 이처럼 원한 적 없죠.
Love the panning.
그립다고 1000번쯤 말해보면 닿을까요. 울어보고 뗐으면 그댄 내 맘 알까요. 그 이름 한 번쯤 미워해볼까요. 서운한 일들만 손꼽을까요. 이미 사랑은 너무 커져 있는데 그댄 내가 아니니 내 맘 같을 수 없겠죠. 그래요 내가 더 많이 좋아한 거죠. 9번 내 마음 다쳐도 한 번 웃는 게 좋아. 그대 곁이면 행복한 나라서 싫은 표정 한 번조차도 편히 지은 적 없죠. 그대 말이면 뭐든 다 할 듯 했었죠. 천년 같은 긴 기다림도 그댈 보는 게 좋아. 하루 한 달을 그렇게 1년을 오지 않을 그대를 알면서 또 하염없이 뒤척이며 기다리다 기다리다 잠들죠.
Some flu? Huh?
나 언제쯤 그댈 편하게 볼까요. 언제쯤 이 욕심 다 버릴까요. 그대 모든 게 알고 싶은 나인데 언제부터 내 안에 숨은 듯이 살았나요. 꺼낼 수조차 없는 깊은 가시가 되어 9번 내 마음 다쳐도 한 번 웃는 게 좋아. 그대 곁이면 싶어 누구도 줄 수 없죠 나는 그대만 그대가 아니면 혼자인 게 더 편한 나라 또 어제처럼 이곳에서 기다리고 기다리는 나예요.
Ooh, nice ending. All right, I don't think we're gonna get any more. So, this was Younha's Wait. You're hanging out. Thanks for hanging. Very nice.
I can't go first here.
Okay, I had a feeling. I guess I'll go first. I thought this was very good. I think Gunky had said I absolutely had to include this since it was her most popular ballad. Which makes sense. I feel like the musicality of the song was really cool. I liked a lot of the like orchestral arrangements in the song. I think it really kind of adds to that emotion in the song. So really appreciate that a lot. Kind of like the way that the acoustic guitars kind of meshed up really well with like the strings and like the way that like her voice kind of changes throughout the song where at the beginning first like verse pre-chorus maybe like first chorus she kind of has more of a like somberish tone, and as like the song kind of progresses she becomes more like there's a lot more like heart or emphasis later on in the song that I really appreciate. um so overall I thought like the actual movement of the song I think really gets you to kind of uh I would imagine to get you to feel that sort of emotion that she's putting into her in terms of the lyricism. And then I like at the end of the song, I think I'm almost positive it's a key change. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, overall I thought this was very good. I enjoyed it. I in terms of the ballads we've listened to today, I think this is probably pretty up there. But I also love those kind of like sweeping like violin moments or orchestral moments. That like little bit of flute that was mixed in there was really nice as well too. Just kind of change it up. But yeah, I thought this was very solid. Obviously, a reworking of an older song I think is always really cool. I would love to go back and give a listen to like the actual original version of the song to see how much has changed. Obviously, in a 20-year span. But yeah, I thought this was pretty solid. So I like this one.
Well, the flute might save it for Therese, but it doesn't work on me. Uh, I just thought it was boring. I'm gonna be honest. I just thought it was
Hey.
it was a little boring. And I think the instrumentation was a little crowded. Like there was some moments where I think it was there was a little too. Maybe the strings were too high in the mix. Maybe everything was too high in the mix. Maybe there was too many instruments in certain parts. I don't know. I found it kind of hard to really pay attention to and pick pieces apart without like stressing my brain out a little bit. Which I don't listen to ballads, but if I did, I feel like would be kind of against what I would want to hear.
Mm.
Nothing personal against Younha, or she wrote the song, so nothing against her. I'm sure she didn't like mix, master, and record all the instruments, which I think is sort of my distaste for this song. But I'm again, I don't hate it, but it's a pass for me.
Unfortunately, I will not be more positive on this song.
I should have went
Um,
last then. Probably.
Probably. So I was also gonna use the word boring. And I again don't put it on Yuna because she wrote this when she was 17. I think
Sure.
it has all the makings of a rookie songwriting first pass sort of thing. And if she's just releasing it as a gift, that's great. Nothing against the artist that she's become now. But this is actually the kind of instrumentation and the composition that I would relate to like a Disney soundtrack. For
Yeah, especially at
reference.
the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you guys hadn't been in the previous streams, we had listened to a lot of instrumental tracks that were like it would come up a lot like, oh, this reminds me of a Disney soundtrack. I'm like, no, this is way more
Hey,
interesting.
I hear strings, Disney.
Which is fair, but also like there's some really great string artists and composers that aren't related to the Disney franchise. So I think it is kind of like I have a personal distaste for the Disney soundtrack, probably because I've listened to it so often. I literally
okay.
live in Orlando.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
respect.
but also I just think they take the absolute whitest rice and put together a song, right? Like they're trying to make the most palatable thing that you can get through to understand the most basic of emotions. So this is one of those compositions for me. But it's sweet. It's sweet.
Poor you does it. Interesting analogy.
It's vanilla. It's not even
vanilla ice
vanilla
cream.
bean.
Yeah, it's
Not
vanilla
even
ice
vanilla
cream.
bean. Yeah.
It's the fake vanilla. I get it.
No
Gungy says,
yellow rice. No spicy rice. It's white
Oh,
rice.
just
No butter, no soy sauce.
it's just rice and water. Gungi says the interesting part is that this song is super popular in Korea. Huh. Very interesting. That is interesting.
It doesn't surprise me.
They do
They
like
latch on to some very
they do like rice, so
they do like rice.
they do in fact like rice. Can confirm. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna move on to it looks like Gunky has given us more. The next 3 songs are on her Growth Theory album, which dropped at the beginning of this month. It continues her Theory trilogy. The narrative is that a girl embarking on an oceanic adventure in a small old boat, reflecting on a marine life and her own personal growth. Younha revealed that the idea for this album came from her trip during her trip to Australia, excuse me, specifically while she was remote town of Broome, where she went to see the Milky Way. Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
Very interesting.
Wait, you could do that?
I guess because there's not. I would assume it maybe is just like more. I guess there's not as a populous city.
Yeah, I like the idea of an excursion to see the Milky Way. That's so cool.
That is a baller move. All right, cool. And it looks like the first song that we are going to be listening to is called Sunfish. This is a song that conveys a message of following one's own beliefs and path, regardless of what others say. Younha has said that she has learned more about the sunfish, and she felt increasingly drawn to it, which inspired her to write the song. Sunfish is known as a weak creature, but when I studied it, it wasn't true. It lives about 20 years and moves around in quite a wide range from surfaces as deep as 800 meters underwater. It doesn't belong to either the surface or the seabed. It resonates with me that a creature that is not bound to any one place, she said. I wanted to say, let's be like the sunfish. We might be misunderstood or misperceived by others, but by following our own path, we can make a positive impact. So, very nice. All right, let's get into Sunfish then. See what's up. Something like an animated music video. potentially. I'm already loving this guitar. Very math rocky.
내일이 좋을 순 없어도 가끔은 기대해 실망에 빠져버리지는 아직도 잘하는 중일까 멈춘 것보다야 훨씬 기뻐할 일이지만 아무리 마음을 먹어봐도 왠지 어디서 잘못된 건지 막막하기만 해 어쩌면 보여진 내 모습이 전부는 아닐까 두려웠으면 해 어릴 날 별일 아닐 거라 했지 반짝여 세상을 비추겠지 않은 약속 태양이 건네줬던 힘 어떤 누구의 얘기로 기꺼이 미소 짓도록 말한 내가 되기를 하늘 담은 바다처럼 어쩜 이다지도 다를까 생각지도 못한 생각에 부딪혀 고민해 날카로운 마음의 힘이 누군가 방치한 아이의 몸부림이라도 모든 걸 해결할 수는 없어 다만 오해와 미움의 고향 그곳은 어딜까 가만히 두드린 어깨 위로 차분히 피어난 한도의 숨이 느껴질 땐 별일 아닐 거라 했지 반짝여 세상을 비추겠지 않은 약속 태양이 건네줬던 힘 어떤 비뚤어진 넓은 별빛을 받아온 너의 온기가 필요하니까 하늘 담은 바다처럼 당연하게 존재하는 건 어쩌면 기적일지도 모르지 바다에 태양 되어 빛을 낼걸 별일 아닐 거라 했지 반짝여 세상을 비춰겠지 않은 약속 태양이 건네줬던 힘 어떤 비뚤어진 마음은 그 빛을 받아온 너의 온기가 필요하니까 네가 필요해 별일 아닐 거라 했지 반짝여 세상을 비추겠지 않은 약속 태양이 건네줬던 힘 어떤 누구의 얘기로 기꺼이 미소 짓도록 말한 내가 되기를 하늘 담은 바다처럼
Aw, that's cool.
That's a
big
cute
fish.
sunfish.
That is a cute
Oh.
sunfish. Lord? We don't know. Who are these two people on this rock? Zero context. It's okay. Because it's just a cool shot of her.
One of them is a fish.
Oh, that's true. All right, cool. That was Yuna's sunfish. Very cool.
I like this. This is fun. I really like that, like math rocky guitar
Yeah.
they
Same.
got going on, and like
Can
the
you, can you explain what math rock is?
Oh,
no,
no.
Um, but the best thing I can try to explain is like a composition of like let's talk in guitar standards. Composition that sounds like it shouldn't work, but for some reason it sounds good. So like
Yeah.
the guitar would be like notes that don't sound like they're in key maybe, but or like it doesn't sound like it's in the right time signature, or it doesn't sound like it's in 4/4,
It's off
or
time. Yeah.
sometimes it switches time, but for some reason it like works. And a lot of times math rock is accompanied with like odd time signature drums, or like the mixing of time signatures, or even like instruments playing different time signatures at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that style and that like particular guitar riff that was going on, the electric guitar in this, is very similar to how a lot of like modern math rock or like post rock guitar is written.
Agreed.
Just like
Yep.
the way that it's like using a lot of like hammer-ons and like finger tapping and stuff, and kind of all over with the notes. It's just
Okay.
um it's very math rocky. I don't really have a uh great way to explain it without giving like actual examples. Your Brandon's gonna play you some math rock,
No,
I
I'm
guess.
not gonna play any math rock. I'm just saying, like, so I guess like basically what Alex is trying to explain is like basically you have a chord, and a lot of the chord like melodies are played with like your second hand. So it's a lot of like two-hand melody like tapping. So basically you're doing a lot of the like melody choices with with this hand. Or obviously if you're doing the inverse, then like if you're left-handed, then it's the opposite. But a lot of the phrasing is like based off of like however you're holding your left hand, because that's obviously like the musical like obviously the musical like root, and then you're playing all of the melodies based off of like wherever you are on the fretboard. So like it's hard to explain, but that's
Mm,
probably about as best as I could to explain it in guitar terms.
sure. I think the quick and easy way to explain it is just like you're using two hands so that you can play more notes smoothly.
You're playing both rhythm and lead, if that makes sense.
I just thought that's how the guitar was played.
Well, okay. Well, now we're even going down a more of a rabbit hole
No,
that
no,
I
you don't have
don't
to
have
explain
time to
further.
go into. I get what Alex is saying. We will.
I
I will.
understand the composition.
I will. I will show everyone. I will show
All right.
everyone
You play
math
the
rock
guitar
later
with
on.
one hand?
It's not all right. Not important. Not
Here,
important.
there, and there.
We're
Yeah.
losing the plot. It's not a math rock song. We're losing the plot here.
Okay.
Um, the guitar is just very reminiscent of modern math rock, and that is very cool. I like
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
I think the video was very nice. I love the back and forth between like going in and out of like real shots and animation. I thought that was really cool, especially that like that last one of the last shots with like her uh like I guess being saved by the giant sunfish is very wholesome, very cute.
Agreed.
Uh Sunfish are not that cute in real life, but sure are in this video.
Alex taking shots at Sunfish.
That's why it had to be animated.
No one's safe out here. No one's safe.
No one's safe. Oh my god.
I like Youthful's comment.
We will show you
Um,
math rock chat. All right. Don't worry. We will pull it up.
uh, I don't know if I'm particularly one way or the other on this song. I was a little bit distracted by my thalassophobia. It's a very very big fish in very open water.
Oh.
Yeah,
God.
it's scary to me, especially if you're on a tiny boat like that.
That's fair.
But
Yeah.
I like the rhythm of it. I definitely like those guitar parts. I don't know if I got much else out of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. I enjoyed this one a lot. I think this one definitely speaks to more my like not only guitar playing repertoire, but I think also musically I kind of enjoyed like the different motifs that she kind of went through within this song. I like how it kind of again has those rock moments, but at the same point I think like a lot of her melody choices were really fun. I really like that bridge section where it kind of like opens up a little bit more. I thought that was really beautiful, and then they kind of have that like full circle moment towards the final chorus of the song. I think really kind of took it home for me, and then obviously watching it with like the animation and just seeing like obviously like a positive ending to the MV was also really nice to see. Um, but yeah, I think this to me is like one of those songs that I think I would love to listen to in terms of the confines of the album, because I think this one definitely feels like a great title song and it intrigues my interest enough to give the rest of the album a listen. I think it I think for me it's like that's what I feel like title tracks, at least for me personally, do, where it's like if I enjoy the title track, am I going to feel invested enough to give the rest of the album a listen, or is this like, obviously I understand that title tracks aren't always representative of like what the album sounds like, but uh I'm pretty positive that if I enjoyed this one, and just considering she's not like a K-pop artist per se, you know, like where I would imagine her title songs maybe fall are a little bit closer to like her musicality versus like, you know, like insert you know, like a Twice or something. Like they're gonna have more like poppier, dancier like pop songs, but like with Youth was like more like indie rock kind of a little bit in some aspects. So I think that's kind of like I feel like her musicality kind of draws a little closer to what she's known for. So yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm gonna see what the rest is in store. So Gungi says that Therese, are you ready to put on your dancing shoes? And Youthful says
I'm too tired for that.
Youthful says 7 out of 10 song for me. Love the video a lot. Gorgeous and great animation. So all right, cool. Well, the next one we
Gunky,
have.
did you add a song to this playlist? Y'all. We have 3 more songs?
Yeah,
All
we
right,
let's speed it up, speed it up.
mysteriously, we have 14 tonight.
Oh my god. Speed it up, speed it up.
He removed, yeah, I was gonna say he removed the song and added one. So anyway, we'll get into the next one, which I believe is, well, this is the first release, so I guess we'll get into this next one. All right, cool. Let's check it out. I gotta change
Okay.
it.
Okay, now we're entangled.
Song of my people. Song of my people.
Oh, this is Silvery. Oh my god.
I feel so seen right now.
우리 여기만을 기다려왔어. 하루가 멀어서 진작 준비가 뭐든 가능할 것 같은 기분이야. 햇살에 은빛 드레스도 반짝이니까 몰라라 그때 따라갈 때 누구도 만나지 못한 비밀 우리가 처음으로 알게 되면 어떡해 이 길로 쭉 헤엄쳐가 꿈에 그리던 모습으로 너나 우리와 함께 한다면 내는 강해지지 천재는 부름에 보다 더 크니까 찬란하게 온 세상을 비춰 그날 하늘 위에 더 잘해 뭔가
Wait, what?
작은 재능으로 자유를 찾아서 끝내 안겨줄 수 있게 너나 우리에 함께 한다면 내는 강해지지 둘이 하나보다는 훨씬 더 세니까 한밤중에도 달빛을 받아 그날 우리는 더 잘해볼까
Younha. All right, it was Yuna's Silvering. If you're hanging out, who wants to enjoy the folksy liveliness of the song?
This is Alex's
This is Alex's
wheelhouse.
Celtic.
We don't claim Younha.
Damn. Oh.
What'd she do wrong? What'd she do wrong?
Boo.
It was like the ha.
Skirt.
Yeah. All right, seriously. This is I don't know what to think about this. I think I liked, what was the other folky song that we listened to already? What was that called?
That was the Ort Clouds.
Or Cloud.
Okay. I definitely like the direction and like the way that Orc Cloud was done more than I like this. This feels like Orc Cloud felt like they had a concept and they went like the right amount into it. This one feels like they didn't know where to stop and they like hard committed. And like people were like, "Oh, we should stop. We're doing too much." And they're like, "No, keep going. Add a fiddle. Keep going. Add an Irish jig. Let's add some like partner line dancing. No, keep going. And then we ended up with just like a very weird, out of place song. And it's not a bad song. It's just like it's so out of place.
Yeah, if I saw this on a music show, I would think that this is like a skit from a comedy duo, right?
Yeah.
It gives that kind of vibe. Like this is not something that I would expect a contemporary musical artist to promote.
That's fair. Okay, yeah, I can see
So
that.
it definitely threw me off. I did think it was gonna go in a different direction, but you're right. They just full on committed. They committed to the bidded. Um, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I think I like this. Nah. No, I actually like Ort Cloud more.
I was gonna
I think
say
I
the
like
same
the
thing.
instrumentation of this one more.
Like you will not find me going wild at the Renaissance Fair to this one.
This is like the song that they put on when the Jesters come out, right?
Oh no. Oh no.
It's just really heavy-handed. I don't know if I'm like super into it. If it was like even if it was on like the Tangled soundtrack or anything, it wouldn't be on my playlist, right? It would just be a secondary song that they played during the tour of the Village Festival. So
Sarah, don't be doing
yeah.
us like that. We aren't jesters.
That's us clowns.
The clown news.
Also, is that guitar like a specific guitar? Why is it so small?
It could be like a parlor guitar, which is like usually a smaller guitar.
That's a fun name.
Parlor
guitar.
Yeah. I have one.
Could
So
also
it could also just be like it could be like a bigger ukulele.
I think it would be a mandolin before it would be a ukulele.
Yeah, I guess so. But mandolins have like 10 strings though.
It's fair. I can't see how many strings are on that.
It looks like 6.
Doesn't look like 10.
From what I could tell. It's hard to tell. Let's see if we can
Anyway, keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Okay, it has 6. So, all right. Anyway. This song, I don't really have a lot to say. I thought it was very interesting. Definitely full commit on the Celtic / folksy sort of sound. I think Ort Cloud I liked a lot more. The flute was a very wild addition to this song. I don't know. I feel like it was cooking, but at the same point, it was a little much. And it did not sound like it sounded like it didn't sound like a real flute. I don't know if it's MIDI or not.
It's a wood flute, probably.
It's a wood flute. Okay.
But yeah, it definitely sounded like not MIDI.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, anyway, their wood flautist was popping off, so I gotta give them credit. This one wasn't feeling as much. But if we were talking about in the folksier sort of songs, I would definitely take Orc Cloud. But I thought this was very interesting, nonetheless. So, all right, we're gonna keep moving here. Let's see, we got Ant Mill next. This is a fan-made MV using footage from Full Metal Alchemist. It does a great job of conveying the message of the song. The song doesn't. This song is not actually a part of any anime, but it definitely would seem perfect for one. Now our final science time of the night. Ant Mill is an observed phenomenon in which a group of army ants separate from the main foraging party, lose the track pheromone, and to begin to follow one another, forming a continuous rotating circle. This circle is commonly known as a death spiral because the ants might eventually die of exhaustion. Huh. Oh, also, it was translated from Korean, so I think that's probably why I was reading it incorrectly. Okay. And Gungi says hardest song of the night. So
I can't believe we're about to watch an AMV.
Yeah. I think
Let's-
I'd rather watch like a lyric video.
Listen, I didn't pick it. I got the link,
I
all right?
know.
Don't beat me up.
여긴 어디 난 누구 정신 차려보니 같은 맘 어떡하다 올가져
there no subs?
이지경이 된 채 혼돈의 국면 애초부터 세운 목적을 산실해 버린 걸까 꿈쩍 가는 이 습관들 지금의 나선을 끊어낼 때는 내가 정해 멈추지 마 더 생각해 생각하면 돼 진실과 정의를 구분해 멈추지 마 더 생각해 끝이는 없어 그리는 대로 바라는 대로 주어질 나 소용이 뿐이니 까맣게 깨지지 않게 저 끝까지 걷게 질게 도망치고 싶을 땐 기억해 사고를 멈춘 사람과 그 뒤를 밟는 일 똑같은 패턴을 방향이 무슨 의미가 있나 whatever 저 편을 찾아 지금의 나선을 끊어 비로소 찾아낼 자유 무엇의 가치를 부여할지도 내 관할이야 멈추지 마 더 생각해 생각하면 돼 진실과 정의를 구분해 멈추지 마 더 생각해 끝이는 없어 그리는 대로 바라는 대로 주어질 나 소용이 뿐이니
That was Ant Mill from Younha. There you go. Very nice.
So sorry, my Discord crashed. If anyone, hopefully I didn't miss anything up.
No, you're good. I guess I'll go first. This is very good. I like this one a lot. I think this is probably gonna be pretty much. I think this would be pretty close to the top in terms of the songs we listened to in part two. Definitely again, I I like that her career has been filled with like some other anime OST songs, and I would agree that this would fit really well amongst her catalog of music, that type of music specifically. Um, and I really like the instrumentation of it. I think she's really got that sort of like rock tonality. I think this song really allows her to shine in that aspect of it. Um, my only critique of the song was I actually kind of wish that that bridge was a little bit longer, especially like the way that they kind of added that interesting drum pattern in towards the like latter half of the bridge. I thought that was really interesting, and they could have expounded upon it a little bit more. I think that would have been like, even if they kind of cut a little bit of that like final chorus, just a smidge, I think it would have been really cool to kind of see that play out a little bit more. But man, she's got some really, again, strong vocals. I know we've been talking about it all night, but I think this song really highlights obviously her very good like rock power vocals. So yeah, this is a pretty, this is like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 song for me for sure.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, did you want to
No, go ahead. All you.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch the video. I was reading the lyrics.
That's fair.
Um,
Hey.
nothing against Full Metal. I love Full Metal. I didn't think that it would correlate with the lyrics, and it did not, so I chose not to watch it.
It did not.
Yeah. It's a really good song on its own. Um, I think the lyrics of it are really beautiful, especially with the press release that we got from Gunky. Uh, the idea of like being stuck in a place in your life that you can't get out of and you think that you're gonna die in is so relatable.
Oh yeah,
I think it's
for
something
sure.
everyone goes through at some point, and it literally feels like a a death spiral. Like you're wondering like if this is the rest of your life or if at some point you're gonna get out. And it's I think the emotions of the song captured that pretty intensely, where like you need some sort of catalyst to try and pull you out. Um, I feel like this would be a really good song to listen to if you get depressed.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think there is like a psychology behind listening to sad songs when you're sad because it helps you process the emotions to move on. So would recommend, and I will save that for my little depressy playlist. um, but I think it's beautiful, and it goes really hard. I'm definitely glad it's one of the last songs we heard from her tonight, because this is the Yuna that I am going to remember.
Fair. Fair enough. Alex?
Yeah, it's definitely. I agree. This is a good song to end with because it's ending on a high note for sure. I think that the energy is very good. Did a good job of conveying like it does have like that anime rock energy, like the very kind of like fast, shouty, belty vocals and stuff. It was cool. There was a part I think during the bridge where the drums were kind of toned down and filtered a little bit. I thought
Mm.
it was a nice little like drop in the intensity of the instrumental, which is cool. It makes that like last chorus hit a lot harder when it comes in. Yeah, I thought it was really solid. I think that uh the AMV choice was questionable.
We gotta
Um,
watch one. We gotta watch one in all our reaction streams,
not
right?
well. I'm not talking about like Gunky's choice. I'm more so talking about like the person who
The person
made
that
it.
made it.
Um, I think was trying to make a music video, not an AMV, because like AMVs I feel like are so action based, and like there's so much good Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood scenes to use in an AMV, but this is like there was like fast parts of the song where it was just like a still shot of a door or something. I'm like, what is happening here? So that's probably why it only has 120 views, I guess. But
Ouch. Damn.
I'm
All
harsh
right.
on AMVs.
That's fair. That's fair. It's a door. All right. Well, very cool. All right. Well, what are we feeling are the top 3 for that you guys enjoyed
Don't
tonight?
we still have something to watch?
It looks like we just had a preview, which is for her 7th
okay.
album.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Wait, is that not what we were listening to?
No.
What was the preview?
No, it was the 7th album. It's the Growth Theory. Like the
Yeah, that's what we're listening to.
Oh, did you want to listen to it? It says the last video can be a non-reaction.
Oh, gotcha.
No, I'm just
Okay.
saying, isn't the song we just listened to from this album?
Yes, that's the question I had.
So we're listening to a preview of an album with a title track with the track that we just heard.
That was also my question.
Oh, so okay, so it's just a preview of the entire album. All right, well,
Or is it like a compilation of all the songs?
that's what I'm saying. I think it is a album preview. So I think it's just a compilation of all the songs on the album. So I don't think we have to listen to it, but all right, cool. I'll just put it very
Why don't you just turn it down and we'll decide our top 3 and keep it low.
Okay.
All right, I'll pick my top 3. What was the song we just listened to called? What was the English version?
Ant Mill.
Not Anthill.
Ant-Mill?
Ant-Mill.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll put Ant Mill. I'll put Ant Mill on it. I'll put Sunfish on there.
Oh, okay.
And I'll put Winter Flower on there.
Ooh.
Okay. Therese?
I'm still working on mine.
Actually, I'm gonna put Winter Flower is tied for 3rd with Orc Cloud.
Ooh.
That's fair.
Let's see.
Don't have.
I think I would do Ant Mill, Event Horizon. Ooh, that's tough. I'll do Orc Cloud as well. I think that was also really interesting. So that would be my top 3. I'll give an honorable mention to Sabi.
Which one was this one? Not this one. What was this one? What was the one with the performance video?
That was Sabi.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that was good too. Dang.
Actually, I'll swap out Orc Cloud for Sabi. Actually, sorry.
That's a pretty tough one, not gonna lie. We definitely had a lot of bops today. I'll say my definites are Dark Cloud, just reminded me how much I like it. And a ballad. And Ant Mill, really like that one.
Yeah, how's it going?
I guess I'm between Sabiol and Wish.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Wish.
Wish was good, yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still gonna. I agree with you, Full. That Pokemon song was so good. I believe it was In Dream. That's still probably gonna be one of my top songs.
Oricon Comet.
they were all very interesting. Obviously, hope she comes to the States at some point. I don't know if she has any plans to. I'd imagine she tours a lot in Korea and Asia, but I don't know if she's made her way over here yet. But I feel like it would be really cool to see her perform live.
Yeah, I forgot to ask like way earlier. Does she speak English? I'm assuming she does. And I have no reason to think that other than like the pronunciation of her live stages where she had the English lyrics was really like native sounding. Maybe not like native sounding, but like the
Like it sounded
very
good.
it
Yeah, I was
sounded very
gonna
natural. Yeah.
Yeah. Gunky says she. I read she did, but not exactly sure.
I see
Well-
on Reddit that she did a Korean tour,
Hmm.
but I don't know if there's been any progress on the global front.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, eventually, I'm sure.
Nasty Patty says her pronunciation is good at the very least from what I've seen. Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
makes sense. It sounded really good.
Well, Gunky, thank you so much for putting this together. Big kudos to Gunky. Make sure to put thanks Gunky in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube. This is going to be going up on Patreon first and then on YouTube later. In terms of groups we're doing next, we did talk about it a little bit. I don't know exactly what we were doing though.
What do you guys want?
What would
ask
you
that
guys?
first.
Yeah, let's ask chat. What would you
Let's
like to
ask
see
the
us do?
14 of y'all that stuck it out through all
Yeah.
the ballads and all the science lore. It wasn't that painful. It was pretty cool. And Flying, Excenary Heroes, some good bands.
Good bands, yeah.
Icon winner,
Monsta X.
XOB2B, Triple
Triple
S, Triple S,
Triple
and
S.
Flying ×2, EXO ×2.
Ooh, okay. No.
No.
I was gonna say immediately when I saw you type that, I was like, I don't think that one's gonna happen.
Secret number.
Sarah says, yeah, I'm fine with everyone and their boy group suggestions. Is there enough for Zero Base One yet? Or are we still early?
There might be.
What are we thinking, Alex? Sarah would know.
I'm not
Actually, a
sure.
resident Zero Base One stan would know.
I think if you throw in enough B-sides, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
They've been doing a lot of comebacks.
But I think you would have to like fluff it up a little bit.
Yeah, we've done a couple though.
You have?
I know we did their first. I know we did their first. I know for whatever reason we did their first one.
Their
that was a
title
little ways
track?
ago. Yeah, their first title track. Yeah,
Oh man, that's
Hmm.
my favorite.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think you did their debut song. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gunky says, "What would you think a mini derp
Derp dive.
derp dive where you do two newer groups in one night?"
You know what? I pretty much just
You pretty much
suggested
pinned that. Yeah,
yesterday in our group chat,
in
but
our group chat.
it
yeah.
wasn't really newer groups. It was more like I was shooting for more like groups that have smaller discographies or groups that were like short-lived. So like you do like too many deep dives in one night.
In a split. Yeah.
I think the ones that I was shooting for were Gugudan and Priston.
Priston. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Those could both be done in one night. I thought that would be cool. There's a bunch that I would like to do. We still have never done weekly. We've never done secret
Yeah.
number,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
which feels weird. Especially like not doing weekly feels weird.
That does feel weird.
I have.
I would really like.
They were huge. At
Yeah,
some point.
they are a little bit off of their popularity hype train right now.
Okay.
But Weekly, I think would be a really solid one. Secret Number, I know is like doing a tour or something right now, so they're
Oh,
kind of relevant.
very nice.
Um, I would really like to do Monster X sooner than later.
Oh man, I love Monster X.
Nasty Patty asks if we've done Kara. Is that am I
Kara.
Kara.
Kara?
We have not done Kara, but that would be definitely an option for like a. I think I want to do like an ongoing series, just I guess to break the wall a little bit. We've been talking about ways to switch up the format of how we do the deep dives and how we do our schedule,
Mm-hmm.
which is not settled on, so I won't give any like actual details. But we might be moving towards like sort of like a themed schedule, like like an older group on Mondays and like a newer group or something, some other kind of project on Wednesdays, something like that, so that we can kind of tackle multiple things at once without sort of beating beating a dead horse with like listening to, I don't know, sort of the same kind of stuff like day on day on day.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Um, because there's definitely a lot of older groups that I feel like we should check out, but it will definitely get away from us with all the music that keeps releasing. You know what I mean? There's so many newer groups, not even new, but like there's so many active groups like Winner or uh Monsta X or EXO or that like we haven't done that have large discographies that we still definitely need to do. But there's also groups like Big Bang. We haven't done Big Bang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is pretty wild. Yeah.
Um, we haven't done 21 either.
We haven't done 21. Yeah. That I feel like that's a
We haven't done 4 Minute. There's so many older groups that I think like Sistar,
yeah,
Kara,
Sistar. Yeah. Yeah.
Lovelies. There's so many A Pink. There's so many groups that I think there needs to be maybe some sort of like divide where it's like one night we go do throwbacks, one night we keep it more modern. So that
That's the
is a
plan.
little look
Yeah.
into the future of our schedule, I think. So I would say keep suggestions coming for modern stuff, like the newer stuff, and stuff that we need to catch up on.
Yeah, and also for people who are new that just came for Younha, we appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. I did leave a link to our Discord. If you do wind up using Discord, come hang out. This is where all of us mostly chat. So come be a part of the community. That's where you can tell us who you would like us to see do. I know, like I said, Alex said we do have plans to kind of shape it up and try different things. So that's kind of the vibe that we're looking to get. And then as well as that, obviously doing other content as well. Like I'm doing the Pokemon stuff. So like there are things that we're trying to branch out and do different things, and we obviously want to try to give people that have older groups that have been recommended to us in the past to try to do, but we also obviously want to keep it current in terms of what's newly out there. So that is the plan. So if you've been kind of rocking with us for a little bit, we appreciate you. But if you're also new, like we also would love your feedback as well. So feel free to give it to us. We want to know how we can best help you guys get to know us a little bit better, hopefully, and then as well as that, get groups on here that you would like us to check out that more specifically for me that I haven't listened to. So be very cool.
Youthful asked about the next game
The game
show.
show, yeah.
I am actively working on something. I am sure you guys have seen the Google Doc I posted in Discord. I will post it again on YouTube and I will post it again on Discord one more time. I'm gonna try to do like a second round of results gathering. I have maybe 70-ish responses right now, tallied up. And I'm basically working on like a Family Feud inspired show because it's really hard to do like you can't really do Family Feud without it's really hard to set up over Discord without an actual Family Feud board and all that kind of stuff integration. But I'm working on a Family Feud inspired uh game show night where it's basically all sourced from the community, all the answers are sourced, it will probably be Brandon and Therese versus each other with asterisks, with some help from the community, which I am working on the details of how to integrate that and how to get that
Oh, nice.
working. But it will not be a straight up 1v1. It will be an
Squad.
actual family feud.
Oh shit.
So that is the plan. It is a higher effort, higher. It's a little bit more of a task
Passion
to
project.
put together
Yeah.
than I had originally thought it would be. So give me a little bit. It's not going to be super soon, but it'll be good when it's ready.
Appreciate it.
Youthful says we need an Alex versus Therese. Maybe for Jeopardy.
We actually have a death
Yeah.
match coming up.
Wow. Okay, this was a first for
Let's
me.
go.
I didn't know that. I saw how tall Therese is, so this is going to be a fair, even fight.
I'll stomp him.
Anyway, again, thank you so much. Again, Gunky, massive salutes to you. Thank you for putting this together. Really appreciate it. Very nice. Like I said, let us know what's going on, what you would like us to see. I believe I will keep you all posted about the Pokemon stream. I think I'm gonna try to do it a little bit earlier on Saturday or possibly Friday. So I'll keep you all posted on what's going on. But thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know who the next person is that's gonna hit the 100K. I think I want to say it's Youthful. It's either Youthful or Sarah. Those are my two guesses. So, very cool. Sarah, I think. Okay. You're at 71K. If Sarah, if you're still here, let us know what you're at because I'm curious. But all right, very cool. Y'all have a good time zone. We'll see y'all in the next stream next week / this weekend or whatever. So, anyway, that y'all.
See everyone.